Look at me, look at your hand, look back up at me, I am now a hand, and in me is that gift you always wanted. Look back down at your hand, look at the screen, now it's a fast-paced review of a movie that indicates to you you may have too much time on your hands. In fact, anytime the makers of Old Spice commercials want to try their hand at making a movie, I would be willing to pay copious amounts of green just to watch it for the sheer chance of being entertained. On second thought, I would probably get old halfway through, so I suppose I'll settle for this pile of crap for now. Clash of the Titans is a blockbuster 3D hit of the spring that we've all been waiting for, and for once I'm satisfied with the movie. Also today I celebrate Opposite Day, and now that that shit's out of the way, I suppose it's time to give this movie the lashing it so brazenly deserves. This movie is a remake, and as anyone who's talked with me about movies for any longer than 10 seconds will tell you, I despise anything even resembling a remake. But as far as comparison to the original film, this one stands out like Lance Armstrong at the Paralympics. That said, the movie would literally have to tie me down, rape my family, ram razor blades in my urethra, and of course subject me to hours of extremely invasive and painful sexual assault before I begin to so much as waver in the previously stated opinion. There go Legendary Pictures' latest attempt at something that could pass off remotely as entertainment. Clash of the Titans is a movie based in Argo, Greece, where the gods are pissed, the plot makes no sense, and the acting's god-awful. Hasn't Legendary Pictures done a movie like this before? In Greece too? I can't quite place it. I'm sure it'll come to me later. For now, though, I could go on about how the movie plays out like a high school dramatic play starring only the slackers and the retards, or how Liam Neeson remains the most underrated, underused actor of all time, or even perhaps about how the VUD effect looks more low budget than a porno. So I will, thank you very much. First up on my chopping block is the 3D, for lack of a better word to call it. They CGI'd the 3D into it rather than shoot the movie with it. This should be classified as cruel and unusual punishment. It's not just sloppy, it's painful to watch. At first I thought it was because I sat in the very corner of the theater, as to not disturb other viewers with my notepad, the flashlight as to not strain my eyes while writing, and of course the constant and likely annoying bitching I like to refer to as suffering out loud. After observing people leaving halfway through, I stole one of the center seats. Turns out I was better off in the corner. The 3D version makes up for this, however, by being half viewable without the glasses, as halfway through my companion took off their glasses and reported there was absolutely no difference. Way to go, shitbags. The plot was paced like a schizophrenic chihuahua in a dryer, starting off rather slowly, but kicking it up when a god, yes, a god, Hades to be exact, throws a shitball right into their boat, starting our hero on a journey of revenge. At least it's not self-discovery, I suppose. From this point on, there are scenes that make me feel like I'm watching a regurgitated Transformers movie, followed by the most creative use of giant scorpions, which may be enough to save this movie. Who am I kidding? After a journey that takes up a third of the movie just to find a bunch of witches ends with the start of a journey to find Medusa, I felt like I was watching Super Mario going from castle to castle. This notion was soon dispelled, however, by my retinas popping out of my eye sockets and flipping me the bird. Eventually we come upon an anticlimactic fight with the Kraken and Hades, which took less time than a high schooler's first lay, only to be disappointed with the ending overall. In fact, let's back up and talk about the action scenes a little bit more. They're like waking up on the world's most sadistic roller coaster, but not in the sense that they're thrilling from the get-go, but instead confusing, chaotic, and more prone to inducing vomiting than entertainment. It's like the director was attempting an action film for the first time. In one scene, there's a fight between 3 or 4 giant scorpions. Perseus, our main character, who's also a demigod and a douchebag, and his ragtag bunch of pick-a-number generic soldiers, where until the end you have no idea what's truly going on. At first I thought Hades' little pet turned into a scorpion. I was wrong. His blood merely summoned the scorpions, in which there was this fight until they were surrounded by the scorpions. But wait, it turns out they were pets to the tree people. Tree people? What the hell? They also have magic and shit, and after a brief misunderstanding that nearly gets everybody killed, it's revealed that the psychotic, immortal, yet not god or demigod love interest of Perseus can speak fluent Treebonese. And then, oh fuck it, I could go on all day trying to explain this fucked up plot element, but quite frankly, I just ran out of pain medication and vodka. Broken plot elements such as these could have been avoided by better scripting, better layout, and better acting. In fact, I believe it should be noted that the characters are not only not established, they're also popped off and forgotten like a homeless man on Mars. The chemistry is either non-existent or not showcased in the slightest, and the only actor to emote properly does so with the professionalism of a burger flipper. And again, my fucking eyes. By about 20 minutes into this shitfest, I was forced to remove my glasses for the main scenes and replace them only when there was an action scene or a major plot development. But let's go back to the bad acting, shall we? Sam Worthington brings nothing more to the table except for a quick and dirty style of acting that makes me owe an apology to Gerard Butler. Wait a tick. 300. Legendary Pictures is apparently not content enough to torture our sensibility with a grease-based action film with bad acting and bad visual effects just once. Now they return to the scene of the crime and attempt this murder on our sense of sight in the most profound manner. That said, the movie is, however, watchable. That's right, watchable, just not in 3D. For this, it gets a rating of 2Ds, even if one of them belongs on a cap atop Sam Worthington's head. Maybe one day in about 10 to 20 years, someone may even remake this film and bring it some pride. It reminds me somehow of an old saying. You can take the hooker off the streets, but you can't take the stains out of her blouse. I suppose the same would be said for Legendary Studios. You can take the dead skunk out of their ass, but the smell of ammonia, skunk, and failure still remain.